UStreamRadio.com. Thank you for logging on. Thank you for tuning in. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here. As always, every Wednesday, we are holding it down 11 p.m. to 11:30. That was Caddy the Dawn. Let me tell y'all, I'm trying to figure out where Kia Sample is.
Right here.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
I looked at the screen because it slipped my mind that it was Wednesday.
Yeah, well, you know, I know you busy and you had a lot going on today. How did everything go?
Oh, I'm officially an old woman today.
I doubt that.
My son, my first child, graduated from high school.
Oh, wow.
Well, he finished the GED. He actually had dropped out, and I had to convince him to go back and take the test, and they held a graduation for them tonight at 7 p.m.
Wonderful.
Having my first graduate.
Wonderful. That is really nice. And I know, did you shed some tears?
Yeah, you know, I was in there boo-hooing. I was proud.
Very good. That's very good.
I think, you know, if I would have raised my son in Baltimore City, it might not would have turned out that way. You know, and the child had never been in trouble.
Right. But he's on the right path, and that's the important and good thing. So definitely shout out and congratulations to him.
Thank you.
So absolutely. So how are things going with your project? I'm excited to hear it.
Yeah.
Is there any other details you want to give us, or you want to keep us in the dark?
Yeah, I can give out the details. I got a distribution deal, a worldwide distribution deal, or whatever.
Okay.
And the contract, I gotta sign it and give it back. Once I did the same day that I get back to Baltimore, which is the 26th of this month. And, you know, right now we're just going to do a lot of promotion and stuff for the CD. And I don't know, you know, I got some good people on board that's helping me with it. So I appreciate everybody that's in Baltimore that called, that reached out to me and offered their help. Like, you know, people like Meek from Vision Entertainment.
Yeah.
And my producer, Ray Nathan, and Short by Shorty, and Freaky, of course, the plug.
Yep, shout out to all them.
Yeah. So I got a lot of things lined up. So I'm very, very busy once I hit back to Baltimore. I'm going a couple of places.
Absolutely, very good. Also, February 20th, there's an event, if you can plug that real quick.
February 20th will be the Rat Royalty Cypher. There will be features by C-Note, Duchess, Murder Mommy, Finesse the Best, Lady B, Mia Monet, a new artist by the name of Fleece Monroe. Fresh was taken off and replaced by me because she got caught up in some trouble, but she'll be back. But I also joined the Cypher, so I'll be in the Cypher again this year.
All right, that's what's up.
And we got some performers and everything. You know, it started at 8 o'clock.
And where does it take place?
It's at Tony's Diner on 8th Park Avenue. It started at 8 o'clock. There'll be drinks and food for everyone, and the admission is just $3.
Okay.
And there's also performances. Yes.
Yeah, cannot beat that. Me and Sweet Tea are going to be in the house. And
right.
Yes. Yeah, so we're excited about that, and we're going to be there on February the 20th. We're going to be doing a broadcast from there, so all good. Now, with that being said, you know, a lot of people have a lot of views about this topic. And I know that you and I have different views on this. And I think that there should not be an age limit on a rapper. Now, I know that sounds crazy because you like, wow, how you going to be all, this age or that age talking, whatever kind of talk. Now, I don't think that you should be a rapper over a certain age talking crazy. I just think that you can still be a rapper. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just feel as though, like, if you think you're going to come out and just automatically become Jay-Z within the year that you're coming out and you're like the age of 40, over 40, I don't think that that's what's going on. I believe that people who really enjoy to make music and they can make music and they can find a way to sell their music, I think that's possible. But I don't think you're going to come out and be the hottest rapper because the market is for, I mean, like, what's hot right now is like the stuff that kids like, like kids listen to their music. And there's not too many kids that's going to take to somebody over the age of 40 because the things that they probably are rapping about are stuff that they really can't relate to. Yeah, man, I just don't feel as though, like, I feel as though, if you've been on and you have a following, okay, let's take Wu-Tang, like somebody brought up Wu-Tang. Okay, they started a long time ago. And they have a following. And they don't get they might not get the hype and the recognition like on TV and all that stuff.
Like they used to.
But they have found a way to sell their music. You know, like in movies, they do soundtracks and stuff for people. They do a lot of underground, like underground type stuff. Like they do their own thing. And they have their own following. They try to have a Wu-Tang convention out here. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that is cool. But for like the mainstream and stuff like that, I just don't think that it's going to work like that. And that's why it's
you got a good point.
That's why you see, like, let's take Rick Ross, for example. When they took a guy who was a CEO, and then they changed him into his image to be a street person, to relate to the people that's in the hood and stuff like that. But Rick Ross was in the game for a minute too. And he did out, like they say, 2 Chainz. But see, a lot of people might not know that 2 Chainz was Titty Boy at one time.
Right.
So he had a following, he had music. And then a lot of the music that plays somewhere else, by the time it reached us, he's been out. Like Meek Mill. Meek Mill didn't have an album, but look at all the mixtapes that he actually had. So he been had a following. He's just younger. He's a young guy, though.
Right. I mean, what about, okay, now, we use these examples of some of these national artists. What if somebody is, has been doing it with moderate success on a local level? Just, a couple people know him, just a little bit around his city. Do you think that if that artist reaches a certain age that they should just quit?
I think that they should keep going because obviously they're building a following. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to take Rico, for example. Rico is an older person. I don't know exactly how old he is. But look at what he's doing. Like, now, I just saw some things where he's being played on the radio in different areas. Now, it's people that's just sitting around that's 40-something years old that don't even do that. But what he's doing is he's creating a following. So if it's people that like his music, he has a following, But he's not going to, I just don't think, I'm not going to say he's not, you know what I'm saying? But it's not going to be coming out and, he got to do, it's going to be like a UGK type of thing. Where you have your following. You have people that actually like you is going to follow you. Like Bun B and all them, they older guys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like Scarface and all that, they might not be on TV all the time, but to come out and be like, we're gonna make it. No, I don't think so.
I understand. I mean, some people fault Jay-Z. Some people say Jay-Z's too old, and you know, when people say, I've heard people say about Jay-Z that he needs to step aside and let the young boys shine, or this person needs to step aside. How do you feel about, what do you feel when people say statements like that?
No, I don't think that, if Jay-Z stepped aside, I feel as though, you know, rap really won't die.
I agree.
Because he has longevity. You see what I'm saying? He done all types of albums. It's like every time the music changes, he come right back out. Every time it seems like the music getting ready to go left, he come right back out to save it.
I never looked at it like that.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? Like, these guys, they've been rapping for a minute. They got, like, longevity in it. It's not like, you know, Jay-Z just came out of nowhere and just dropped something. You know, I just don't know. He has a loyal fan base, too. And crossover fan base.
Yeah.
You know, because at first it was like all of black people like him. But if you actually look at some of his live concerts and stuff, it's full of white people.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So when you look at somebody, you know, you were talking about artists that, you know, have a following. How do you feel about somebody like Master P, who's been out? Master P's been out just as long as Wu-Tang, and he got really nationwide, I would say in the mid-90s, but Master P's been putting out records since, you know, early 1990, 1991. And he's still making music, trying to recapture. Do you think that he needs to stop? Is he holding his son back, or no?
Master P is so rich, you know what I mean? Like, he can just do whatever he wants, you know? So some people might want Master P to come back. Because that era, he did change the game, for real. When he came out, he did change. You know, it was like that. Wherever he's from, and then it came with the 3 6 Mafia and all those people came out. It was like that type of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, he changed it. He brought some change, but yeah, he did. He need to give his son a chance. That's how I feel. You know, you done did this already. Your son has his whole life ahead of him. And even if he don't rap, he still want to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just think he should give somebody else a chance. You know what I mean? I don't know. You know, all those people, them bout it people, you know, they might be, I ain't want to say all of them, because I like them. I love Mid X and all of them. I love them when they first came out.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I like all of them.
Yeah, so I think that we in rap music, I think that we kind of put unnecessary boundaries on the music when we don't have to. Like I was saying, you know, an actor is no age limit. Actor can be however old he is. Singer can be however old they are. Comedian can be however old they are. And a rapper should be the same way. Because as we get older, you know, the age that we are, we people of a certain age, you know, 20 years from now, I think that we're still going to like hip-hop. And we're not going to like the music that it's going to be our grandkids is listening to. We're not going to like their music, but we're still going to like rap. We're still going to like the people that we listen to right now. We still going to like them. That's going to be our stuff, our music that we like. And as we get older, the entertainers that we listen to are going to get older. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so because rap is still new as far as the age of the music, you know, R&B is way older than rap, and rock and roll is way older than rap, so their fans are older. As we get older, because rap is going to be 30-something.
Yeah, like those singers and stuff, they still perform and stuff. Like a lot of people don't hear about it, like, because you know Rob has video of a lot of people that you never see no more that come for like Stone Cold or Picnic or whatever they call it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
a lot of those people come and they perform, or we get a lot of live performances of people, and I be sitting there saying, well, dang, I didn't even know these people were still performing, you know. So I know that they do perform, you know. You just probably just don't never hear about it. They don't get the mainstream promotion or something for it. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, people do perform up in the, you know, like back in the day, people from the 80s, the 90s, they still performing because they still have fans. But then you have people that's like my age, their age, that might like the music. They make classic music. They make music that people, once you get older, you want to listen to this instead of listening to what they play today. But I just don't think somebody at the age of 45 is going to have the image. You gotta have an image, man.
Your image got to be a certain way, and I think at a certain age, you can't, be portraying the image of a young person. But your subject matter has got to reflect your age. But I think there is a lane that you can get in, but you can't be acting too young if you're a mature age. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah. It's just not going to fit right with me. It's not. I don't want to hear nobody talking about their hood and blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, I guess at that age you should have wisdom or something. I don't know.
Right. I agree.
You know, I listened to some of Jay-Z the other day, and he still talking about the same stuff, so you never know. I don't know.
Yeah, but people still hate on him, though.
Man, they say hate on him. He don't care if they hate on him. Look how rich he is. He makes money off of them people hating.
Did you think that Rick Ross was going to have the longevity that he's had?
I mean, I listen to Rick Ross and I analyze the things that he say, and really, he's not a lyrical person for real. Like,
right.
I don't know what it is. It's the life or the life that he reflects or whatever, but some of the things, it's some more people. I guess it's just his turn, like, cause everybody get a turn to shine out here in this rap game, and I don't know. I listen to Rick Ross and I feel as though that people from Baltimore have more talent than a lot of the people that's on the radio today, that's signed, that have deals. And it make you wonder exactly what do it take and what are they actually looking for when they're trying to sign these artists and give them that chance. I mean, because when he first came out, he was all right. But now he just say anything. He talk about his wing stops and all of that.
Yeah.
Say anything,
Well, I definitely understand what you're saying. He's not really lyrical, but I don't think you have to be lyrical now. I think that you just have to have the image, and you have to have the beat selection, and you gotta have the right hooks, and you good. And I think that he knows the formula. I think that Rick Ross doesn't get the credit that he deserves because he survived the CO stuff. I mean,
yeah.
that would have buried mostly anybody. But I don't know how he made it through. But he done made it through. And those other little problems he had, he made it through.
Now I might say that, I listen to some of that, but he make music that's good enough that people want to hear it, and basically that's what it all boils down to. Because when you drunk and you in the club, you don't want to hear something out. You're not going to be calming on or something. You don't want to say that. You don't want to hear some
right.
Push it to the limit. You going to want to hear all that. You want to hear that.
Yeah. Port of Miami.
I mean, people is conflicted with that he is CO stuff too, because, 1 minute they trying to save the world, and the next minute, 1 minute they talking about, black guys need to get jobs and all this and that and stop the violence, and then they want to listen to his rap songs, so I don't know. I like Rick Ross though, but,
yeah, I do too.
On the lyrical tip, yeah, I mean, comparing him to people that I know personally and stuff like that, I just think if he can make it, then they can too.
Yeah, I mean, and I agree with that, and it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. But you know, he makes songs that you can't help but like, and he's been consistent. He's been real consistent. So
and his label, he do got a nice label. And he know the right people to sign though to his label. Like I think Maybach is a good. The artists on there are good. It's just like kind of different. He don't have like all the same type of rappers, and then he got like a little different blend up in there. But like Wale, and then you got Meek Mill, and then you got Scally or whoever he is. Then he has Omarion, and he just got what's his name? Fat Trout. And right. I really like Fat Trout.
Yeah.
I really like this guy. Like everything I hear him say, I love it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, you know,
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm having a conflict with these guys saying, you know, females can't rap about the things that I rap about. You know, I had a conflict with somebody, and I'm like, you know, I rap about this stuff because I really actually done it. Like, I know there's some people out here that rap about it and have never done things, but it's not fair to tell a female that she can't rap about her life when guys do it every day.
Well, I think that's a wonderful topic for a whole show. I think you have picked the topic for the next show because I definitely want to dive deeper into that because I have an opinion about that, and I'm sure that a lot of guys have opinions about that. So we'll pick that up on our next show. I like that. So with that being said, that's what we're going to talk about next week. So hold that thought.
Alrighty.
Definitely hold that thought. How can people get in touch with you on social media?
Twitter is Kiaboom88, and Instagram and Facebook is Kiasample, Kiasample.
That's what it is. And I'm at the Diamond K Show on Instagram and Twitter. So we will see you guys next week.
Alrighty.
All right.